Hey guys, today I'm doing another one of my weekly roundups. So I'm just going to jump right in with my games as per usual. I've been playing a bit of Next Car Game. They've done some updates, and I did a video on that, just kind of the team deathmatch updates. It's pretty good, but it's still very in progress, I think, for team deathmatch sort of things, because you can have demolition derbies on Next Car Game, and there was previously just last man standing, but now there's deathmatch and team deathmatch. Team deathmatch needs a lot of work because the AI is god awful. It just doesn't really feel much like a team deathmatch yet, but hopefully that'll kind of work its way into it. I haven't really played a huge amount of games this week. I'd say busy, but just not really. I've done a bit of game design, I've been just kind of working on core functionality of games. And I've been having some weird glitches, like writing collision detection for bullets, because they just seem to go through the wall, whereas when I do it with the character, it doesn't really work, and it only occasionally goes through the wall with bullets. It's really weird, so I'll have to look into that. I'm doing it all programmatically, is that how you'd say it? Basically, I'm writing it all because I want to know how it works, rather than just like, ooh, Unity engine, because I'd rather know how it works, and if maybe one day I do use Unity engine, then that might work out. But yeah, not too much of game design coming up. I haven't really made any actual games, just kind of working on stuff. But anyway, in terms of films and TV, I've been rewatching a bit of Archer. It's been pretty good. I love Archer. I've watched all of the series like multiple times, but I've been watching a bit more of it. Archer's about this kind of secret agent. It's a comedy. It's if you haven't seen it, I'd go check it out. It's a bit it's just awesome. And I've been watching more kind of late show sort of stuff. Well, not late shows sort of stuff, just the Late Show with Craig Ferguson, because he's leaving soon, and I love Craig Ferguson. I have his book somewhere. I have both his books. American on Purpose was amazing because he's all like, he's Scottish, but now he's an American, and I'm English, and hopefully one day I'll be an American citizen. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I want to go to America. So yeah, I really related to his book quite well, and it's a really just well written book. And then he wrote Between the Bridge and the River, which I haven't read, but I have it, and I might. Pretty grim book, I think. And I watched Lucy, which is a really weird film. It's got Scarlett Johansson in it, or Scarlett Johansson, how you ever say it, and Morgan Freeman's in it. It's about kind of this drug that allows you to access like a weird amount of your brain, but not in the same way as like Limitless. It's not like that. It gives you like superpowers or something, and it's just kind of dark, and it's just a really good film. Yeah. So in terms of news, the big thing was Assassin's Creed Unity is being capped on all systems because they want equality between all systems, and they're like, now people won't argue. Oh, were they wrong? The internet has gone crazy blaming the Xbox One. That's not really confirmed. Basically, people are angry because it's running at 900p instead of 1080p, which in fairness, I can't really notice the difference between 900p and 1080p, and if you've got a screenshot and zoomed in loads, yes, you would be able to do that, but while moving, because of anti-aliasing, you don't really notice it. But the annoying thing is it runs at 30 frames per second as opposed to 60. Now, 30 is noticeably worse than 60. It's easy to run at, but you kind of expect with next-gen consoles that it would be more like 40-50 sort of thing. So that kind of sucks. People are blaming the Xbox One for this. I'm not sure if that's... I reckon that's probably what it is. Basically, the Xbox One is slightly less powerful than the PS4. Hardly less powerful at all, but it's mainly because the operating system is terrible. Because Microsoft made it. Yeah, but basically, I think it's because of the CPU, because PS4 CPU does a lot more, a little bit slower, and has more integrated graphics sort of thing, whereas the Xbox One CPU is faster, but does less, and I think it has less graphical capabilities or something, and it probably has more of a dedicated graphics card sort of thing. I'm not really sure about the systems, but it's pretty old/bad hardware. My PC's quite old. It's not got great things in it, but it runs better than the next gen consoles. So yeah, buy a PC, and then you'll save money on games because Steam sale. And the other big thing was the Shadow of Mordor corruption. People being paid to play the game and be nice about it, which is fine. I think paying people to play the game and not say bad stuff about it is fine, because that gets your word out there. It's good for YouTubers. They get their money, and money's good. But then there was some other stuff. They took down videos from people who weren't being paid to play it because they might say something bad. And I hear it is a really good game, but just the way it's been presented in like people being paid to play it, and only people being paid to play it can play it on YouTube, which is kind of bad, because you don't want it to look like you're hiding stuff, because obviously if someone's being paid, they can't say bad things about it. So yeah, but in fairness, like I think they could pull out of the deal. Like Boogie2988 did it and said he could have pulled out of the deal at any point. And I'm thinking, if I was a big YouTuber, it would be really hard to turn that money down, because like if you're making like hardly any money and someone offers you a lot of money to play the game and just be nice about it, that's fine. I reckon I probably wouldn't lie about the game, because that seems a little far and just being kind of corporate. But I think that being paid to play games, be nice about games, isn't really a problem, but in this case it was a bit problematic. Anyway, moving on from that, PewDiePie has started a network, apparently, or is starting a multi-channel network. Like, when you're on YouTube, most people join a multi-channel network. For instance, I'm part of Machinima, although I keep getting offered to join other things. I'm not sure if it's just like a scam, but people in my comments are just like, hey, join this, I'm a scout, and I'm like, no, I'm part of Machinima. Maybe I should advertise that with big Machinima logos. But yeah, so some other people, there's like Polaris, other networks, I don't really know all of them. But yeah, so PewDiePie's thinking of starting one, and that could be good, because, he's a YouTuber, and he might do it, like, really well for YouTubers, I guess. I don't really know how that's going to go. I reckon he'll make a lot more money, although he already makes loads of money. But yeah, I reckon that could be quite good, just having it straight up started by a YouTuber, because Machinima is, a YouTube channel, but it's run by it's a company, so it's very different to PewDiePie. So I don't know. Anyway, on to things that aren't involving YouTube. Iron Man 4 has been confirmed not happening. Robert Downey Jr. confirmed it on The Late Show, but so yeah, there's no Iron Man 4, which if you watched Iron Man 3 would be fairly obvious. And then, but he did say he's doing some other things with Marvel, so, Avengers 2, apparently maybe Avengers 3 will have him in it. So he's doing some stuff, but I reckon they just can't afford him. He's really expensive. He's the highest paid actor in the world. He earned $75 million last year, which is ridiculous amount of money. But yeah, moving on to the one bit of science/space news I have, is NASA is making preparations for a comet passing by Mars, which passes by extremely close. It's closer than the moon is to us, so it's very close. So they're pointing all their sensors. They're pointing Hubble at it. They're pointing Maven at it, the spacecraft that just got there. I think, what is it? The other satellite, I've completely forgotten the name, that's in orbit of Mars. They were a little worried that it could damage like Maven and things and really mess up the missions. I think it's orbital reconnaissance. Screw it. Yeah, basically, but it seems pretty good. So they kind of want to, I guess you kind of want to shield your instruments with the spacecraft from like a trail of comet stuff, but you also want the instruments checking out the comet. But I think they've kind of figured out that it's that it's best just to take the scientific data from the comet rather than hiding your equipment, because it's like 2 for 1. You get to study Mars and this comet, so that could be very cool. So, NASA has a YouTube channel. They can probably explain it much better than me. It has been pointed out to me that in one of my videos that I know nothing about planets, which I'm not an expert on planets. I'm more of a spacecraft guy, but, I was doing like a real solar system update. Someone was like, don't listen to this guy. And I was like, I know I get things wrong. But yeah, so I try to be as informed as possible, but don't listen to everything I say for sure, because I'm going to be wrong about stuff, because I'm not a genius or particularly knowledgeable about stuff. Anyway, that, concludes my news and films and games and my week. I apologize if I sound kind of tired. I may have been partying for 2 days. That was maybe a mistake. Anyway, moving on to the final bit of these is where I talk about the channel, and there isn't a huge amount going on. At some point there'll be GTA videos. I'm not sure how many, not sure if I'll do like a Let's Play or just a few videos like I usually do. Not sure even which Grand Theft Auto. I have all of them except 5 because I'm only using my PC right now, so and I don't have the equipment to record on PlayStation, and I sold my PlayStation anyway, so yeah. And as per usual, there will be more Solar Civilization, Real Solar System, and KSP mod videos, because those do nicely well for my channel, and I'm now getting more views than ever, and a lot of subscribers. So, yay, thanks for watching, I guess. Anyway, this has been my end of the week, no, weekly roundup. That's what I call this series. This has been my weekly roundup. I will see you next time.